We are rolling.
Good morning. Welcome back to the conversation. This is Midlife Crisis Activities. This is our lifestyles and pop culture webcast, our daily shout out to the world. I'm your host, Patrick Russell, and over there is my very vivacious producer, Veronica. Together, we're here to lend our voices to the noise from a multi-generational perspective to help explain everything's right and wrong in this world. Happy Friday to you, Veronica. Wow. Big update in the Gabby Petito case. We finally found Brian Laundrie, at least his remains. Right? At least finally, the update is that the attorney is confirming that human remains that were found in the swamplands of Florida have been identified as Brian Laundrie, the suspect, and the person that might have been the last person to see Gabby Petito alive. So, from a younger generation's perspective, let's have just a little bit of fun with this. All right. What do you think the cause of death was for poor Brian? Was it like throwing himself off the cliff or drowning? Do you think there's a strangulation evidence, physical evidence that there might be a mystery third party? Your thoughts?
You know, so far, based on what I had read and obviously all the videos up there, I think he probably OD. Just because they haven't found anything that makes me believe that he maybe shot himself or maybe
they're being very
himself.
coy with the information. Yeah. I mean, so far the only thing that we can say for certain is that a body was found, and that now just recently an attorney has come out to say that that body is indeed Brian Laundrie. But aside from that, it's a complete mystery. So, you know, you're talking about, you're thinking it's a drug overdose.
Probably.
Huh?
And
heroin?
You know what's funny? That they were saying that they couldn't, like, identify something fast because they wouldn't see anything. Like, I guess it's
physical
just...
evidence.
Yeah, physical evidence.
Like a bludgeon blow to the head, maybe the slice of the throat, a gunshot wound to the head. Yeah, you're right. Something like... You know, if someone took a shotgun to the chest, that's something that you would obviously put out there right away, right?
Yeah, and then they didn't. The place where he was, they didn't find.
Question.
They didn't found. They didn't found any like a gun or something that will
nothing that
make
they've
them
revealed
think.
out publicly yet, right?
Yeah.
I mean, so this is all big mystery. So it's really just speculation and conjecture. But your thoughts? It's got to be something he did to himself, then.
Probably. And you know what? Just to kind of give you guys a little bit more details based on what I think, I thought that he was gonna run out of the country. Probably he was gonna be like in Mexico. Some people
did say that from the beginning.
Some people say Cuba and then other places. But I don't know if obviously when someone dies, we're not supposed to be happy because it's not the way it's supposed to be, right? But I'm not sure if it's better for him to be dead or to be actually facing what he did, right? So. I mean, at this point, we still don't know what happened. We still don't know if he was the last person that was with Gabby Petito. And then I think for the family of Gabby, it doesn't matter if he died or kill himself. At the end of the day, Gabby is not alive anymore.
Nope.
So
there's still a tragedy that took place, right?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
and then for the Laundrie family, we still don't know what happened because they're not able to. I mean, ever since the last time that they saw their son,
September 13th, he went off for a hike. The parents have stated that his emotional state at that time, the last moments of that they saw him alive, he was very distraught and very depressed as he was walking out the door. Is what they're saying.
Yeah.
Final note.
You know, I mean, just to kind of give it a little bit more perspective, right? For younger girls or even men, right? How can we identify the signs of like you better run away or maybe
abusive relationship or maybe, when you're in something that's not healthy and dangerous?
Yeah, or maybe this is just something that got out of control and probably he wishes he was never in that position. So I mean that it's a pretty complex topic, but I think we all know what to identify in this cases. We just sometimes pretend. So
well, for me being a tech geek, what I got out of this story so far is just how limited you are when you're on the run. It's not like the movies anymore. If you don't have a lot of access to cash right away, debit cards, credit cards, phone records, transfers, even to around people around you, that information is now immediately available to the authorities, which really limits your ability to run down to Mexico. At any point, there's now a digital marker that you leave behind that's in real time, and the authorities are hot on the trail. And I think that's the reason why we'll find he ended up still being in the swamplands of Florida, because he didn't have the means to go anywhere else.
Yeah, and probably his mind was in another place. So, I mean...
All right, so your money is... All right, I'm holding out for there being a third party, a mystery culprit that we have yet to uncover, but you think it's going to be an overdose. He took the easy way out. Didn't want to face what he had done in his moment of passion. True?
Yeah, I think that will be something that he did to himself. I think that will be pretty stupid from his part to incriminate either family members or someone else, or even for someone else to want to do something, and then obviously we'll find out anyways. I mean, we always find out, even if it's 20 years from now, 30 years from now.
Oh, no, we're going to find out right away. The autopsy report will be out any day, probably by next week, and from that point forward the investigation will be carried out. We'll get to the bottom of this. I think there's a lot of physical evidence, and then of course CSI, the state of forensic, uncovering what actually took place and transpired. Maybe not so much his emotional state and what was going through his mind at those last moments of his life, but we'll figure out what actually happened. And so your money is that he took the easy way out.
Yeah, I mean, he did took the easy way out. I'm sorry for the family, but that's basically what it is. So let us know what you guys think about the case. I mean, it is basically almost closed based on what obviously they found Brian.
I'm hoping there's one more twist in the story. Guys, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer, but please, there is your voice. Use the comment box below. Don't just subscribe to this channel, even though we do go back and forth with our chismosas. But please, lend your voice to the show. It'll make it a whole lot more fun. Guys, it doesn't matter what comes your way. It doesn't matter what obstacles or challenges you may face. You just need to remember one thing.
Give him hell.
Happy Friday.